Oh, don't worry, kids, I'm not a scarer from Fearco. Oh, fuck no, I am a jokester from the good folks at Monsters Inc. Yay! Monsters at Work Season 2 is the follow-up season to the 2021 Disney Plus Monsters Inc. spin-off show Monsters at Work. So Season 2 tells the story taking place after the events of Season 1 where Tyler and the Myth crew, Mike and Sully, who are still the CEOs of Monsters Inc., have some new struggles where they are having to compete with rival company who produces a Scream for Power, Fearco, led by their old Monsters U rival Johnny Worthington, and Tyler is torn between does he go to Fearco or does he stay at Monsters Inc. And meanwhile, Val becomes a jokester as she discovers she's naturally a gifted asset, and uh, and yeah, it literally determines the fate of Monsters Inc. itself. Monsters at Work Season 1 was sadly lacklusterly received as just being bland and mediocre, which I think is unfair. I, for one, was a defender of season one and still am 3 years later. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite Disney Plus show, and Monsters at Work is, the more I think about it, the more it's becoming the Lion Guard, the Race to the Edge, the Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures of Monsters Inc. as one of my personal favorite spin-off animated TV shows, and while Turning Red it still remains my favorite Pixar movie, the Monsters Inc. franchise is still the top Pixar franchise for me. Yes, even above Toy Story, as Toy Story was let down by that dud that was Lightyear, but Monsters Inc. I don't think has any bad installments whatsoever. It's all good. And Monsters at Work Season 2, if you were a fan of Season 1, then you are going to a freaking adore Season 2 with every fiber in your being. Season 2 blew my socks off. This is easily the best Disney Plus show of 2024, and could be tied with Barbie: A Touch of Magic Season 2 as my favourite show of 2024. And both the seasons to those show I do think surpass their predecessors. Like, the writers of season 2 clearly listened to the gripes that the fans had with season 1, and they gave the fans a far more of what they wanted from more Mike and Sully, higher stakes, and just a more connected storyline and more heart too. I am thinking about where I would rank Monsters at Work Season 2 in my Monsters Inc. ranking, but it could potentially be my second favourite Monsters Inc. installment. It is that near the perfect quality of the first Monsters Inc. and it certainly feels like a true love letter to all things Monsters Inc. Tyler Tusman, our protagonist, he has a marvelous and conflicting, compelling storyline throughout the season. Like he although he's a jokester and perfectly happy making kids laugh by hanging the donuts on his enlarged horns, he's still finding like he's struggling to deliver the laughs of other jokesters because he's designed more like a scarer physically, and scaring was always his passion. So of course he's going to have a second thoughts, and when Johnny Worthington comes along and offers him a opportunity at Fearco. He knows if he takes it, he will let the Mift crew and Mike and Sully and everyone at Monsters Inc. are down. But deep down, he feels like Fearco may be where he belongs because it was what he originally wanted to do. And one of the most shocking moments where you think Tyler's gone too far is where Tyler scares his kid, Ben, and Ben is literally the Tyler's boo. When Tyler terrifies Ben, it's literally parallel to when Sully scared Boo in Monsters Inc. So that's when Tyler realizes, oh shit, maybe scaring kids is wrong after all. Everybody at Monsters Inc. was right. I love that the show shows that Tyler is a flawed protagonist and not a saint. And Val, my personal favorite Monsters at Work character, because she is just too damn cute, and she may be my Monsters Inc. crush now. Not gonna lie, and she's even stronger in this season than she was in the first, having more of a storyline of her own. Now, with Tyler taking a back seat as a jokester, she discovers her talent at being a jokester. She is great with kids, and the kids feel so comfortable around her. So Mike and Sully, seeing this, so they naturally hire her to be a professional jokester, to which she excels at. And Tyler needs to learn to be more supportive of her, as she has done so much for him and his family. Even Tyler's family feel like they're more integrated into the narrative, particularly, well, Tyler's mama, his dad, and his grandma. His father, voiced by Pixar legend John Ratzenberg, and Tyler's family struggling financially does make you greatly sympathize with them, and hope things will go their way. Mike and Sully, they feel like they have a ton on their plate in this season, and they are in literally every single episode and practically involved with the Mifty crew in on a daily basis. Thank you for giving them more to do, and yeah, because their company is literally at stake here and having a crisis. With the monsters of Monstropolis questioning, is laughter really the way forward? And is Fiaco winning more people over? And these news reporters, Jack and Jill, a centipede who are attached to one another, they provide us some awesome laughs, and particularly Jill, yeah, she's initially on Fiaco's side, but so she does come around to admit so that's Monsters Inc. Is all around the better and more genuine company, and I and uh, I I think that it's a amazing idea to bring in characters from Monsters University and tie into Monsters University, showing that prequel is still very much relevant. And I'm sure this season should get Monsters U some more fans, as bringing back Johnny Worthington as the main antagonist. Like, he was a kind of just a high schooler bully villain in Monsters U. Here, he is a proper formidable CEO of a company, and yeah, and his rivalry with Mike and Sully is more intense than ever, and how he manipulates Tyler into taking Fiaco's side. He's like, you just hate the prick. But it is hilarious how he married the head of the Scare Games, and him and her had two children together. Well, I never thought they would be a couple. And Joya, the salamander villain, she was my favorite member of Fearco. She was like a female Randall, and she certainly had Randall's competitive nature. Oh, and a brand new member of the Myth crew, Roger, the who turns out to be the son of Mr. Waterdoos, in a shocking twist, was also lovable new character and showed that not all people in the Waternoose family are bad. Waternoose was just the one bad egg, and I think this season is setting up Waternoose's return at some point to the show. If he returns in season 3, I wouldn't be surprised. And Duncan gets his own time in the spotlight as Detective Duncan. Oh, that was a barrel of laughs and genius. This season is enough to fill 100 cans from Monsters Inc. with laughter. Don't get me wrong, but it's also darker and edgier and more gripping than season 1. The writers were aware that there are a fan base of Monsters Inc. that are not just little kids and can handle the more mature parts of the series, like Randall's return. Oh my god, I did not think Randall would be coming back. We all thought that was the end of him when Mike and Sully banished him to the human world and he was stuck in that trailer. Mama, another gator got in the house. Another gator, give me that shovel. But no, turns out his old pal and former Team Omega Raw team member Johnny rescued him from the human world, and Randall has been framing Tyler and helping Johnny ever since. Randall is not in this season much. He does not appear until the finale, but he gets a fight with the Mifta crew in the finale. Powerless being the the goat of Monsters at Work episodes, literally, and yes, and now that Randall is on the loose and Johnny arrested, it looks like the focus of the antagonist of season 3 will shift to Randall. Is Randall going to attempt to break out Mr. Waternoose, and are they going to team up again? Yeah, looks likely, and uh, yeah, and this season is 10 episodes like a season 1, but it's but I was so gripped as the show went on. I would watch more than one episode on Disney Plus a day. I was that hooked into it. I think even the animation quality is slightly more crisper than that of the first season. So yeah, it improves in every way possible. So yeah, overall, Monsters at Work season 2 is blooming magnificent. It's is the go-to show to watch on Disney Plus for this entire year. I give Monsters at Work season 2 5 stars out of 5. Best TV show ever. So yeah, let's hope we don't need to wait too much longer for season 3, because finally the show's fan base is growing after the sheer surprise of this season. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What are your thoughts on Monsters at Work season 2? Please comments and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time, where I review Mad Max Fury Road 2015 for the upcoming Furiosa. And I may give my thoughts on it if soon the brand new John Krasinski movie, and I will at some point get to my other favourite show of 2024, Barbie: A Touch of Magic season 2. And remember, movies are us. Bye guys.